October and the Hallowtide season can be about a time of preparing, gathering, and really focusing in on your hearth space to make it somewhere safe and cozy for the winter that's coming. And today I'm going to be sharing a few ideas of things you may want to do or things you want to think about as we approach October 31st. So grab your favorite tea and join me. Hi, welcome to Gently Being. October is all about preparing and gathering and really, focusing in maybe on your home space and getting it nice and cozy. So the first thing you may want to stop and consider are what things you'd like to gather at this time to have with you during the winter season that's coming up. You may want to think of what herbs do you like that really help support your immune system. You can either gather them if you've grown them, or maybe look at local apothecary or grocery stores or any stores around you that may carry some dried herbs that you may want to keep in your pantry. If you are able to pick your own herbs, then you want to make sure you make space for preserving them and drying them and then storing them properly so that they are available to you during the winter season. You may even just want to think ahead of some recipes that you'd like to be able to make as we move to the cooler temperatures and move into winter. What are things that really support you, make you feel grounded, cozy, and keep that immune system strong? Next up, you may want to consider doing a cleansing of your space, be it your apartment or your home, or maybe just anywhere within your apartment or home space that feels like the energy is a little stagnant. To do this, you'll want to consider how you want to cleanse the energy in the space. And some of the things you may want to consider is that, one, you could use sound. So if you have any chimes or bells, or even if you go on YouTube and find a recording of some crystal bowls that you really like, you can play that within each space, each room within your home to help cleanse some of the energy within it. You can also consider using some smoke or incense to help cleanse a space. So you may want to, if you have an incense you really like, carry it throughout the home, carry it to the different rooms, and just cleanse the space with the incense that you really enjoy. You can also consider lighting a white candle in the different rooms and spaces that you'd like to cleanse. Remember, if you're going to be using a candle, that you stay in the room that the candle was lit to always practice safe fire safety. And then another easy way to just cleanse the space, move the energy, is open the windows. We have a bit more breeze moving around, there's cooler air. Let some of that in if you can to just help revitalize the space and cleanse the space and really bring in that fresh air. Next up, you may just really want to think about physically dusting your spaces. All those little nooks and crannies and corners that sometimes we ignore. Spend an afternoon, spend a morning, anytime you may find, just really dusting the space that you have, focusing in what you're doing, and focus on how it's cleansing your space and preparing for the next season ahead. As we're approaching October 31st, I think it's a lovely time to really clean all your sheets and change your sheets. You may find that you want slightly warmer sheets or just some fresh bedding. And this is, I think, a wonderful thing to do, not only because it's cleansing your space, but also because we really have those longer nights. So why not embrace going to bed a little bit early? Embrace the fact that this is more of a restful season. And then with those new sheets, those fresh sheets, allow yourself to dream. And then make sure that you try to keep a record of your dream to see what messages you may be receiving in them. And lastly, I think it can be really useful to think of what your favorite tea or teas are, or any sort of cozy beverage, and make sure you have plenty in your cabinets ready to drink during the season going forward, that season that starts to cool. And this can be a really lovely time for focusing in on mindful tea breaks where you really allow your awareness to sit with the tea that you are drinking. I know for myself, I really enjoy to make sure I have some turmeric ginger tea at this time because I just feel it's really supportive again of my immune system. But take a break and really think about what are some of your favorite teas or your favorite tea, and And just make sure during this time you stock up on it. So that was some simple, practical hearth magic that you can practice during this October season in preparation for October 31st. Please share below if you plan to do any of these things, or if you have any other routines or rituals that you like to do during October to prepare your home space. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe below, and hit the bell so you always know when there's a new video. And please join every day in October, where I will be sharing more videos like this, counting down the days to October 31st. Thanks so much for spending time with Gently Being.